Hello, and welcome to part 2 of this, the Waffling 2021 edition. The Waffling. In the previous episode, no, I'm just kidding. I don't even remember what happened 10 minutes ago. So the next topic we're gonna waffle on, oh, and if you forgot, I'm eating these waffles and they're kind of a mess, but so are we. Oh, okay, this is like the least controversial of all of my talk. Like, I know we talked about Texas in the last one. I do remember that. In this one, we're gonna talk about just like something chill so we can kind of all get on the same page. Vaccinations. This was such a great year, wasn't it? Because it was like, some people were overjoyed, like, oh, thank fuck, we can go out of the house now, stick it in, whatever it is, put it in my veins so I cannot feel guilty about breathing. And then other people were not so excited. My favorite is the people who drink like a 6-pack a day, never get enough sleep, have been eating like the Taco Bell like combo packs for just generations. And then they say, I think I'd like to wait to see the long-term effects of this vaccine. Spoiler alert, the long-term effects are that if you get it, I don't go feral in my own home. And when the electricity grid fails, I won't come purge your ass. But on the other hand, having a bunch of people who are just willfully ignorant and conspiracy theorists refusing to take the vaccine that will save them from a deadly virus is a problem with the solution built right in. My mouth. Okay, so this next thing is something I will be raging about into 2022. This is not going to stop for the foreseeable future. And that is this awful race to Mars. Have you guys never bought a bigger purse? If you get a bigger purse, what happens? You crap that one out too. If you can't keep your small purse clean, you're not gonna be able to keep your bigger purse clean. You're just gonna end up with a heavier fucking purse. Like we have this perfect earth. We evolved within it. So like everything is perfect if you just don't like really pillage it. And we like are ruining it. We're pillaging it, really pillaging it. And we're like, but maybe we could do better on an inhospitable planet run by billionaires and their little corporations. But on the other hand, space exploration and like shooting, going up and like into space, it's dangerous. There's a very good chance that one day, not long from now, I'm gonna be sitting on the couch with some wine and I'm gonna be able to watch in live time a billionaire shoot himself into space on a penis rocket and explode. Okay, so life is about balance. I have clearly been neglecting my waffle in favor of wine, so I have to eat some waffle. This is the last thing I'm gonna waffle on, and that is a very important staple of 2021, and that is true crime. True crime is a big part of my life, and it always has been because I like to tell the truth, and I do crime. No, that's not it. It is so nice for people to know a serial killer who isn't Ted Bundy. I mean, cliche, we all know about him. Like, you only knew about him because he was hot. Okay, real question. On a scale of like 1 to 10, 10 being for sure, 1 being like not at all, how would you rate me as being like Ted Bundy's type? Like, I feel like I have that Bundy appeal, which is not something to brag about. He murdered a lot of women. He was a horrible psychopath who had no remorse and would do anything to get out of taking responsibility for his actions. But I do think I would have been his type, right? Like, he would have come up to me and like asked for directions. I would say that like the bad thing about true crime, like the real strike against it, is that a lot of dudes have started watching it who had not watched it previously. And they think we're learning how to murder. Is that what y'all men are picking up from true crime? How to murder? Because we're picking up how to not get murdered. I don't know. That just seems like an important difference that maybe we should examine between what it's like to exist in a male body or a female body in this world, or maybe I should just drink more wine. So I think all in all, this has been a wild ride. We've all pretty much had this same collective experience. Actually, scratch that. We've all had vastly different experiences in this pandemic. Some people have done better, some have done worse. Some have not acknowledged it at all. I didn't even know that was a thing you could do. I think if I had known that like 10 years ago, I would have actively tried to like radicalize myself so that I could have just lived my life until they cut my ventilator off. But I think the most important thing about this year is that when you look at it on the whole, yes, a lot of weird and bad stuff happened. But in the end, we learned nothing. We learned nothing has changed. I mean, we've learned some, but not the people who can make, you know, like we need a Scrooge situation, right? Like we know. But the people who make decisions need to be visited by some fucking ghosts. Have I waffled on ghosts before? Ghost of Christmas Past. I am a big fan of that. And that's what we need. We need a ghost of Christmas 2020 to come visit some of these people, and then everything will be great. And then next year, when I get around to doing a waffling, because I'm hungry, we can talk about, oh my gosh, let's waffle on how great it was to see that billionaire blow himself up in a spaceship. And let's waffle on how great it is that income inequality has been fixed. And let's waffle on the fact that we figured out the electric grid. That was great. Y'all remember when we did that in 2022? And nobody saw that coming. That was totally unexpected because like we thought they had learned nothing and like nobody was different, but then like it was all magically fixed. That's what next year's gonna be. Knock on wood, drink wine. Is that a thing? It's a thing now. Regardless, I hope you have enjoyed part 2 of the 2021 The Waffling with me and my waffle. Oh my God, I still have some left. Okay, never mind. All right, last bite. I'm 34 years old. What am I doing with my life? Anyway, you should share this with your friends because if you don't and I don't get enough attention, I'm not gonna do this anymore.